Good day, everybody. I'm hoping you can hear me well. And I think I did a test, and you can really hear the air conditioning pretty clearly. So give me a minute, and I'm going to turn that off. And we're back. So I hope this video finds you great. I hope this video finds you well. I'm going to walk us through my September dividends. It's going to be a great month, great video. So the largest amount of dividends I've received so far to date. So it's going to be a good time. I'm really excited about it. I'm really happy to share it with you guys. And before we get into it, I want to explain that, or rather not explain, but tell you guys that the WhatsApp group is up and running. The Investing Society is alive and well. We have about 10 members in the group at the moment. If you guys are interested, at this point you probably see a picture up on the screen. If you guys are interested, DM me on Instagram. I'll have my tag or up on the screen here, and just DM me. Say you want to be parts of the WhatsApp group. I'm still trying to decide what I want to do after it gets large enough, and I think I'm still trying to decide that exactly. But upcoming other things before we jump into the video, as you see on here on the screen, we are getting close to releasing the automated dividend portfolio tracker. So if you guys are interested, I will be uploading this to my Shopify for you guys to download, very similarly to what I did with the Excel workbook. This is better. I've made some improvements. Everything very closely is automated. The only thing that is not automated is this dividend table. So if you do have any dividends that come in, say from AbbVie or anything like that, and you switch this AbbVie to Bank of Nova Scotia, well, you're going to have to tell the sheet when it plans on getting dividends. It's not that smart yet. I'm hoping that I can figure out a way to automate that in the future. However, we're making pretty big leaps and bounds going from Excel to Apple numbers. So don't worry if you're not familiar with Apple numbers. I will make sure that I have instructions that you download with it, so that way you are able to get it up and running. So anyway, going back actually into the video itself, we're already on the screen here. You can see I made close to $1,250 just in dividend income, and let me zoom in here. There we go. That's a little bit better. So we're able to get around $1,236. I didn't make this red yet for actuals because I'm still technically waiting on some of the money market accounts that I have in my individual brokerage account, my individual retirement account, and my YouTube Moolah account. But I believe everything else is red, so those are really minor. That might get me to $1,237. I mean, it's really close. So hopefully nothing too drastic changes. But this is the 2019 table, and then going forward, this is the 2020 table. So next year, just with some of the investments I've made, it'll go from $1,236 to hopefully this $1,390 here. And that's just because I've made some investments in Johnson & Johnson, 3M, that I was not able to get in before the ex-dividend date. So this first group of column here, this is my individual brokerage account. So for this month, I was able to get $19.95 from my BlackRock, $23 from Bryn Mawr Trust. BP paid me $145. Icon Enterprises for $15. Johnson & Johnson for $24. Cosmos Energy, which is a small independent explorer, for $23. They do a lot of new field exploration or new play exploration in West Africa, Northeast, South America. So I'm really looking forward to this. They pay a dividend, but they also have some small production in West Africa and also the Gulf of Mexico. So hoping that they hit it big, and if they find something big like a Guyana, like Exxon or something like that, then anyway, it's one of my riskier stocks because obviously it's a small company and any mishaps could make it go belly up. Main Street Capital for $28, 3M for $45, Realty Income Corp for about $5, Pepsi for $51, Phillips 66 for $39, and Royal Dutch Shell for $57. And I didn't see my Seadrill Partners payment, so not sure if I have the wrong month or what have you. Stag Industrial for $15 and Wells Fargo for $111. That in total, do they have a totalizer like they do in Excel? I guess not. So for a total, pretty big. That's majority of where the income is coming from was the individual brokerage account. YouTube Moolah account, you have about $11 coming from that, $9 from my investment in basically SPY. IVV is really what it's called. It's the BlackRock version of SPY. ITOT, total dividend or total stock market fund. IJR, which is small cap, for just around $11 or so. BHP Billiton paid me for $211 in my computer shares account. Oh, I'm sorry, this is my individual retirement account. Icon Enterprises for $33, Main Street Capital for $31. Still waiting on the government money market. That'll probably come in on Monday. Nothing from Johnson & Johnson and J&J, but that's just because these are relatively new positions that I purchased after the ex-dividend date. And then going to my computer shares account, just for under $100, I have Aqua America, WTR, which paid me for $6, Exxon, which paid me for $73. You can see I'm steadily increasing the position I had in Exxon. I think I'll hold it at this $73, but I think some of this was $500 here, $500 there, and also a dividend increase to get me to the $73 a quarter. IBM coming in at $9. Realty Income Corp, 5 shares, I think, and that'll get me to just over $1. And then Waste Management, just under $3, so just over $3. Then I have my Sheraton Services, nothing from there. Share value package for $188. And then Cardone Capital came in for a payment of about $56. And then my Amex came in just over $14 because I had a good chunk of change in there while I was deciding what I wanted to do with it, and then I eventually deployed it into Johnson & Johnson. And that increased the Johnson & Johnson. You can see only had $24 here in September's payment, but in December's payment hopefully gets up to $69. And that's just because I added, I forget what it was like 40-something shares, 47 shares, and I think I added some also earlier in the month of September. So ends up being a pretty decent position in Johnson & Johnson because I get $69 a share per quarter, or $69 per quarter in my individual brokerage account, and then I also have it in my M1 Finance account for about $20, and I think that puts me at about, let's double check. So for Johnson & Johnson, that gets me to 72 shares there, and then 72 shares total, and then another, so just over 90 shares, 91, 94 shares. So looking pretty good, and considering it's around 128 or so dollars a share, it's a pretty sizable position. So it's probably around $14,000 in total. So pretty excited about that. It's a pretty good stock. About $274 just from this part of the position. So overall, probably close to $400 a year in total dividends coming from Johnson & Johnson. So really cool with that. So looking at the overview as a whole, you guys probably saw the last video where I talked about how I'm going to be making about $900 a month. So this is one of my above average months in terms of income, because I'll be averaging around 900 going forward. But yeah, you can see we're making pretty good progress here. This is a new graphic that you guys might not necessarily be used to, but you can see that we're over $9,000 at this point for the year for 2019, and the goal was around 8,500. So exceeding the goal a little bit, and then if you include YouTube income, we're just under $10,000 for the year. So If I continue to do well in YouTube and I also continue to invest, I'm anticipating maybe we'll get over the $9,000 mark, which I thought was a pipe dream going into 2019, and it looks like it's going to become a reality. Don't know if that's just because I added more capital or because the stocks have continued to grow extremely well with respect to the dividend growth rate. Not entirely too sure, but you know, I've been hustling, trying my best to get the money in there as well. And I think I just threw $1,000 in here. I don't know if this is real, so I'll have to double check. So at this point, might be well over $10,000 for the year. I'm anticipating I'm going to make more than $1,000. I thought it was close to $1,300 or so. So at this point, probably over $10,000 of passive income for the year, which puts me at about $747 just for dividend income per month on average for this year, and then altogether over probably $850 just for this year alone. So now looking forward to next year, we've already know that we're going to hit above $900 just in dividend income, unless somebody cuts the dividend or I have to sell for emergency reasons. But yeah, you can see we're getting pretty close. What I might do is highlight specifically 2019 and 2020, 2021, so you can zoom in on this, because I think when you add in the long-term goals, it kind of gets drowned out here. But you can see we are making steady progress, almost $1,000 a month in income, but very far away, not even 20% of the way to our 2026, 2027 goals. So anyway, that's just a little bit of an update for you guys. Really hope you guys enjoyed the new spreadsheet. Really hope you guys enjoyed this update. Almost $1,300 for the month. That's pretty astonishing, and that's not even adding YouTube income to this. So still in transition from my old Excel sheet to this one, so haven't really gotten everything together, but I believe it was around $120 to $150. So if you wanted to say close to $1,400, that's fine for the entire month, but I'm going to stick with $1,200 or so. Really happy, best month yet. And I really hope that you guys can join me in my WhatsApp group. I'm still trying to develop and figure out what exactly I want to do, but I'm really hoping to create this community for you guys to be inspired, to maybe see if this is the right thing for you. By no means am I trying to brag or anything like that when I make these videos. I'm really trying to help you guys out and change your mindset. Like I was changed, my mindset was changed back in 2013, 2014, 2015, when I decided to go from, say, like a penny stock, speculative investor, growth investor, to a long-term dividend investor. I'm not saying it's for everyone. I'm just saying it worked for me. So that is what it is. But like I said, if you're interested in joining the WhatsApp group, just DM me on Instagram. I'll leave a picture of the my ticker or whatever, not ticker, username up on the screen for you guys, and I will talk to you guys on another video. And keep your eye out if you're interested in buying this automated spreadsheet. Like I said, everything would be relatively automated. You put in your ticker symbol, how many shares you own, and this entire thing gets filled out. The only things you'll have to fill out are shares original, shares now, price paid, so 3 columns here, and you'll also have to fill out what sector your thing is, and you'll also have to fill out this symbol. So 5 or 6 out of the majority of the columns, and some of which you'll never have to change again. Like once you put in your ticker symbol, your shares original, and the price paid for your shares, you'll never have to add to that again unless you purchase more shares. And you'll always have to be changing the shares now. So if you reinvest your dividends or you buy more shares, you'll have to change that. But hopefully once you put in the sector and the ticker symbol, those won't change. So the majority of the stuff that you do have to input, you won't change. And you'll always have to just double check that it's reading correctly and coming over into how you want it over here. And also, if you want to track your monthly dividends, you'll have to do that here. But anyway, I will let you guys know when that's available. I'm really excited about that, really working hard on it. Just finished my own today, which is why I was able to make the video. And I was too excited to go out and do something when I should be exploring this beautiful island, nation of Trinidad and Tobago. But before that, I wanted to make this quick video for you guys. So anyway, really hope you guys enjoyed this one. Thanks for stopping by. It always means so much when you guys leave comments down below and give me more ideas as to what you want to hear about. And really excited where the portfolio has gotten to. So hopefully you can hear the enthusiasm and the passion in my voice. Quite tearing up at this point. It's been a great journey, and continuing to see the success and consistency being key in growing the dividend portfolio. So appreciate you guys stopping by. I'm gonna go take a beautiful drive. It's a beautiful sunny day here in Trinidad and Tobago, so I'm gonna go enjoy that, and I'll talk to you guys soon. Have a great weekend.